different belief, different perception.
Saya cuma melihat tentang globalization, di mana itu sudah melanda ke seluruh negara. Of course, challenge and opportunity for the religious. Kalau ada tantangan buat agama, maka setiap umat beragama, terutama saya sebagai orang Islam, harus bangun. Itu yang mendasari kenapa saya datang ke 3 workshop itu, sebab tentang bagaimana challenge untuk agama dan juga untuk media.
How is it possible to provide structures to our children and youth to use and navigate these technologies and media successfully and safely without resorting to authoritarian approaches?
Nah, berhubungan dengan remaja, saya melihat ada beberapa hal yang menjadi dampak dari negatif dari globalisasi. Itu yang pertama misalnya masalah tentang pornografi. Nah, pornografi ini, porn sites di web itu sudah sangat dengan mudah bisa diakses. Kita tahu pada usia-usia segitu sebenarnya remaja itu sedang mencoba untuk mencari jati dirinya, mencari siapa dia sebenarnya, dan dia membutuhkan orang lain yang bisa dijadikan panutan. Kalau panutan itu tidak dia temukan di dalam immediate family, di dalam keluarga yang paling dekat, di dalam tokoh yang bisa dia lihat dalam kehidupan dia sehari-hari, dia akan mencari keluar.
Dengan dialog yang sering kita lakukan, kita bisa mengenal satu dengan yang lain lebih baik. Sebab itulah Pancasila yang sejati. Mudah-mudahan itu deh, kita dengan adanya keluh kesah tadi, mudah-mudahan bisa disambung. Sesungguhnya tidak begitu halnya di Bali. Sama dengan itulah halal.
I think my own government has done that, imposed its own tradition on other peoples. And in the name of freedom, in the name of its own sort of tradition with its own primal events, its own sort of holy language that it's using in the name of sort of uncontextualized freedom, imposing freedom on people, that it was not allowing other traditions to have integrity and their symbols to be recognized and appreciated.
Tapi yang jadi soal adalah sisi negatif dari globalisasi. Nah, kita melihat bahwa globalisasi itu lantas kemudian digunakan ya, atau di-hijack, dipajak sebagai alat dari kekuatan kapitalisme global untuk meraih tujuan ekonomi mereka atau kepentingan ekonomi mereka melalui kekuatan politik. Nah, jadi mereka menggunakan negara sebagai instrumen untuk mengesahkan seluruh tindakan-tindakan politiknya di dalam meraih kepentingan ekonomi dari negara global. Nah, di sini Hizbut Tahrir kan memberikan proposal ideologi global itu adalah Islam, kemudian negara global itu khilafah, lalu kekuatan global itu ya ketika khalifah itu memimpin dunia. Nah, itu.
If America is out to destroy Islam, why is Islam the second largest and fastest growing religion in America, both internally and by immigration? And specifically, what do you mean by Sharia?
Because that's very true, because Sharia, abstract, the divine God, the divine God's law, they are abstract. They can be real only with human interpretation.
Main point here is not human right, but the main point is Sharia.
If Sharia Islam apply in Indonesia, and you have a different understanding of Sharia Islam with other people, also who is a Muslim, then Muslim and Muslim will fight each other.
Tadi kan kita bicara bahwa kita ini mulai dari polarisasi. Kita mau menjembatani itu, dan saya kira kalau kita langsung pilih isu-isu yang contentious itu, yang memang itu langsung membelah orang menjadi kutub-kutub yang berbeda itu, nah itu sulit.
because in certain period of history, certain believers have misused their religions for lower interests, political, economic, or other worldly interests. This is a problem.
And here you have a meeting where people have very passionate beliefs. They don't all agree. We don't know the extent of the agreement or disagreement. But here is a chance for people to really share in a climate of trust. So I think that this is very important.
If you say we're going to look at the earth as scripture, then you're going to get the conservative Christians extremely angry. And you're going to get the conservative Muslims extremely angry.
You're going to say,
and you're going to get the conservative Buddhists extremely angry.
And you religion of nature worship.
Yeah, they're going to, and in the Muslim context, they're going to say you're worshiping rocks and trees.
Yes.
My approach is to say we should introduce imams and priests from the temple to the ecological problems, educate them in the social roots of those ecological problems, and encourage them to preach in the mosque and in the church and in the temple about ecological crisis and human responsibility, and equally to preach against political corruption, to be courageous and speak out.
For me, the nature is no problem.
Yeah, this is the Gaian mentality. It's like Gaia will recover.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to be. I think myself God.
I know God. I don't know God. I don't know God only as scientific.
Rivers and forests and streams, and we are but the scientific